My name is Gideon. I'm the Director of Recruitment and Outreach for the Goldman Sachs 10KSB program of Greater Philadelphia. Today, we're going to talk about the program, get to know you and your business a little bit better, talk about what the curriculum is, what the expectations are, some success stories, have a little Q&A, and then a call to action. So for some of you that were here earlier, we did brief introductions. We're running a little bit behind right now, so if you can let me get through my presentation. I'll make sure before we close out that we get to know the people that just joined the info session today. So we'll go back to this in a bit. Our agenda is, again, to talk about the program, our participants, talk about the impact of the program, what our selection criteria is to join the program, talk a little bit about the curriculum, what you learn when you join the program, what the outcome will be when you complete the program, expectations afterwards, some success stories, and then how to apply. Now, the Goldman Sachs 10KSB program is not a business education program. The 10KSB program is a business growth education program. And I know there seems a distinction without a difference there, but there is a difference that your business is intrinsically part of the curriculum at 10KSB. You are taking advantage of a practical business education that could be applied the day you learn it. It is peer-based education where you, and if I'm doing my job right, 30 to 35 other business owner entrepreneurs, we've referred to them as scholars for the program, get to bounce ideas off each other. It's a forum for exploring potential business growth opportunities, opportunities to expand your network. It gives you an opportunity to get access to increased capital. You take advantage of learning from faculty experts that we fly in from all over the country to teach you. One of the deliverables is a 5-year business plan that you will create in concert with a business advisor here at 10KSB with decades of experience in business growth education. And then when you complete the program, along with that 5-year business plan, you'll be part of the Alumni Association, which could radically expand your tendrils of marketing for business and your network well outside the greater Delaware Valley. And we're all over the country. We have 19 sites throughout the country. All 50 states are represented. I've got to get a new slide because we're well above 12,000 strong. We're at least 17 to 18,000 alumni right now. So Marla, a reminder, please let me remember to change this slide to make it more current. The overview of the program. It is 100 hours of class practical education tools that you're given to help you grow your business. The opportunity to have access to capital. We are happy to have a wonderful relationship with our local CDFI, the PIDC, that through decades now has supported and helped businesses grow in Philadelphia. And we offer business support services well through the Goldman Sachs network of business owners and entrepreneurs throughout the entire country. Our participants, almost half of them are women. The age range is 22 to 84 years of age. Matter of fact, if I get my job done, I have a 21-year-old entrepreneur I'm trying to get into the program right now, so we're going to have to change that slide too. The impact is empirical, how successful the program is. Within 6 months, 66% of all businesses that graduate the 10KSB program increase their revenue. And almost half of them have to add new jobs to accommodate that business growth. Now, I'll go into more details about what you learn in the program, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The program is an intense business growth education program. It requires your attendance to all the modules. It requires you to work after your long, hard day of shepherding your business. So you have to put a lot of hours into this, and it is challenging. But the people that join the program, 97% of them will graduate the program. That means that could be you. The criteria to get into the program, you have to be the owner or the co-owner of your business. You had to have been in business for at least 2 years. You have to have annual revenues of at least $75,000 a year or more. Now, that is our average business that joins our program is around $800,000 to $1.2 million in revenue per year. If we have a cohort of about 30 people, 10 of the scholars are in that, 800,000 to 1.2 million. And then on the other side of that, another 10 will be above, over 2 million. And below that will be sole proprietorships, smaller, more intimate businesses that could be around $200,000 a year. But we do want to make it available to a small sole proprietorship that is navigated through the specter of COVID to be able to have a chance to make their business grow and more dynamic. You have to have at least 2 employees. You as the owner count as one. So for you to join the program, you have to have at least one more full-time person, or you can have 2 part-time people that equals 1 full-time person, or 2 contracted employees that will also equal 1 full-time person. And more critically important, you want to have the desire to grow and create jobs. Our selection criteria, what we're looking for, we need to know about you, about your business, what your customers and competitors are, your challenges and your resources. We need to know your background, and what your vision and motivation is. You have to acknowledge the expectations of the program, and for us to know that you are you and your business is your business, you have to provide supporting material and financial documents so we can verify the viability of your business. The curriculum, this graphic here represents the curriculum ladder that we have here. And each week you're in the program, you will learn one critical, important element of business growth education. We call these rungs of the ladder modules. And these are, again, very important elements for you to be able to create your 5-year business plan. Understanding and recognizing growth opportunities, being able to hire, it's the people, hiring the right people that can help manifest your vision for the business, becoming more bankable for potential investment, negotiations. My personal favorite is not the most exciting one. People think everyone's into sales and marketing and the financials. Process, protocols, and procedures is absolutely, it's critically important for a business growth structure to have repeatable, teachable processes that allow you to produce a consistent product. Yeah, that's my favorite mod, but all of them are very important. And we fly faculty from all over the country to teach you each week that you're in the program. The outcome is you're going to get that 5-year business growth plan after you complete the program with the Goldman Sachs stamp on it, which has immediate cachet that can allow you to use that plan for potential capitalization and business growth. The takeaways for the program is you improve your presentation skills. You understand business cash flow. You have the capacity to attract top talent. You have the ability to identify new business opportunities. You strengthen your negotiation tactics, and you maximize your marketing strategy. All these elements will complete your developing of a comprehensive business growth plan. And we have a network of support. As I said before, we offer one-on-one business advising. Each scholar for the program will have a one-on-one dynamic with a business growth supervisor, business advisor. These are people who graduated Wharton and Fox Business School. They are serial entrepreneurs themselves with years of experience that decided to give back to the local business ecosystem because they've been successful themselves. You get access to subject matter experts. You take advantage of the peer-based learning opportunities that's available to you within the cohort that you're joining for 10KSB. And really a civilized amenity to the program is alumni services, which I'll get into a little bit later. The potential to expand the capital, the capital expand your business. I mean, with that 5-year plan, you can use that as a tool to help you grow your business. We have a relationship with Marla and her team at the PIDC. And we like to be able to think that we help shepherd our scholars to a point where they can utilize what the PIDC does or other CDFIs in the Delaware Valley that can help make their business grow. And again, to use that for refinancing, purchasing equipment, be able to try maybe providing a brick and mortar type operation element to your business, acquiring land. These are things that they can help you out with. And we like to be able to think that we play a proactive part in providing potential opportunity for PIDC to help your business grow. Our commitment for you, this is free. It doesn't cost you a nickel to join my program. What it does cost you is your time and energy. And we can talk about that when we get, when we start talking about more details about what you're going to learn each week in the program. It's practical curriculum that drives business growth. What you learn that day, you can take back to your business the same day. It's a convenient class schedule. We usually have one class. It's in person. It's going to be on a Friday. It's 1 day a week. One of the reasons why we want to make sure you have enough employees in your business is that it will allow you the ability to be here in class so you can concentrate on the learning opportunities that you have in the classroom. So someone is literally and metaphorically minding the shop while you're here learning. So it is 1 day a week usually. There's a couple of off days in there when faculty is available, but it's usually 1 day a week. You're in person. We talked about skills being applied right away. You have access to the local and national alumni network. And again, the opportunity to access capital. Now, your participation, you have to attend all the classes because of how challenging the program, and it is a challenge, it is intense. To miss any of the classes could be, you can fall behind. Again, because of the intensity, especially the first few weeks, you have to be here. You have to take advantage of all the out-of-class activities too. Opportunities to be able to meet the faculty, one-on-one business advising via Zoom or phone call. And we want you to be committed to revenue generation growth and job creation. You have to create that 5-year business growth plan. And you have to complete what we call a monitoring and evaluation documentation, an M&E. We just want to see how well you're doing. So 6 months after you graduate, you have to fill out a survey, 18 months after you graduate, and 30 months after you graduate, just to see how you're doing. And about the alumni network, there's almost 850 in the Delaware Valley, 17 to 18,000 around the entire country. And 86% of them do business with each other. This provides an opportunity for you to dramatically and dynamically grow your business. And we have some successful alumni. These are people from PIDC that came through the PIDC to our program and back to them. Lisa Robinson has done remarkably well. Erin Riley has had to hire 45 new employees. She's increased her revenue 900%. Mark Coleman, who is a serial entrepreneur, had to hire 20 new employees. He's increased his revenue by almost 300%. He's got 50 contracts valued at least $40 million, and he's part of the Philly 100 fastest growing business in the Delaware Valley, and he's won it 3 times. So again, they've done very well, our alumni. These are some other alumni that are outside the area that have done dramatically well, and they took advantage of the alumni network to expand and grow their business. Now, for you to take advantage of this, you got to apply. and I'm currently recruiting for the spring cohort. Begins in January. The deadline to apply is October the 10th. That's creeping up on us pretty quickly. Classes begin on January 17th, run till April 19th. And that's my contact information there. I'm going to put that in the chat in a couple seconds. But I just want to let you all know this. I'm the only person named Gideon in all of 10KSB. I am very easy to track down and get a hold of, and I want to make myself available to you. And I want to be a resource for you. I want to help you through this entire process. So please keep me to my word. I'm going to put my contact information in the chat, get you to apply, and I'll shepherd you through this whole process to help your business manifest our motto, making small big. So that's my pitch, and the floor is to you all. I want to answer any of the questions that you have and get to know some of the people who came on board a little bit after we started. So are there any questions that I could answer and talk about our program?
Hi, this is Keon Ward, Reward Transportation Services.
Hi, Keon.
Nice
So yeah, you do your transportation company?
Yes, we do non-emergency medical transportation in Philadelphia and Delaware County.
Excellent. Excellent. How long have you been in business for?
2 years. We have 4 vehicles in our fleet, 2 wheelchair vehicles, 2 standard vans. I need access to capital and some good mentorship.
All right. I was going to ask you what you want to get out of the program, but it looks like you already told me that. So tell me about what questions do you have of me, and I can answer you about the program.
I think Lisa kind of dropped it in the chat box already, but the
I
classes
haven't
on
had a chance to
Fridays.
look at that. Let's take a look here. What did Lisa
What do those look like? What are the hours of the classes?
Okay, sure. It's 1 day a week.
Mhm.
It's all day. It's all
Okay.
day. It's an 8-hour day from like 8 o'clock in the morning till about 5. We give you breakfast and lunch, $6 parking. The classes are held at the College of Business and Industry
Mhm.
here at the Community College of Philadelphia. There are breaks that you're allowed, to be able to do quick checkups on your business, but you're in learning mode. And
Okay.
while you're here, and again, the intensity of the program, I know I might be, I'm not serving the program well, but I have to be absolutely transparent with you. It's a lot of information coming at you with speed. Now, your ability to communicate with your business advisor and the faculty, that will allow you one-on-one time to be able to, talk about greater details. Again, getting this all down in one shot is it could be difficult. We make ourselves available to you to be able to, take advantage of learning experience, but it's all day, usually 1 day a week. It's on a Friday in the spring. There's a couple of alternate days there. Now, I have the schedule ready to go right now for the spring cohort. So you can be able to plan your life if there's vacation or business travel you have to do. But I could send that to you today if you want me to.
Absolutely. I was actually referred by Damon Gamble. I think he was in the 2020 cohort, so I'm excited to apply.
Damon Gamble is one of our instructors, and he is an accountant's accountant. And if
Yes.
he recommended that to you, then he knows what exactly it takes to take advantage of this program. So if Damon says that, if he feels as this program will benefit you, that's all the currency that I need. Yeah, Damon is an outstanding, it's an outstanding accountant. Matter of fact, a little bit later on, I can talk about some of the things you'll learn about the program, but
Okay.
I want to make sure, did I answer your question?
You did. Thank you so much. I look forward to applying.
My pleasure. I just look forward to having you apply. So Lisa, that was your question too?
That was my question. So that was answered. You told me about the schedule, the days of the week, and what was the start and end date? I want to just put that here on my notes.
Oh, sure. It's January 17th to April 19th.
April 19th.
But you know what? I'm going to email all this to you. Sure. You're going to get all that so you have it, so you can look at that and see what kind of bandwidth you have. Sure. God bless Marla. She already put my contact information. She's a step ahead of me as always. But yes, I want to be a resource for you. Please, 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 please. Yeah.
will we actually meet Warren Buffett and Michael Bloomberg?
So what happens, it's interesting. Every 2 years, we have what we call the National Gathering, where we invite all of our alumni to swoop into Washington, D.C. And it is a weekend, a long weekend of networking, meeting executives, successful business people, and celebrities that are entrepreneurs. My wife wanted to go because she's got a bit of a crush on Ryan Reynolds, the actor, Deadpool. I hope he doesn't knock on our door anytime soon, but he is. I know, Clarence. Yeah, I'm in trouble if that happens, but he is not only is he a great actor, he is a businessman. From clothing to whiskey to owning soccer teams. He's a brilliant entrepreneur. We've had political figures, Bush, Clinton, Warren Buffett, because honestly, this was Warren Buffett and Bloomberg were the ones that co-created this program along with Babson College. They're a school that is their specialty is business growth education. They came up with the curriculum. So every 2 years, if you're alumni, you're going to get to meet these people. It may be in an arena and there might be a couple thousand people. If you're willing to wait, they shake hands and they talk, and you can definitely get to bend their ear. So yes, you will have an opportunity, but you have to wait. You got to wait another year for this, though. Unfortunately, we just had it a little while ago.
You see. One more question. Who are the most notable or the larger early learning alumni or consultants who work with us in early childhood education that
Oh my gosh.
Could you drop some names?
Yeah, I can, as a matter of fact. So we have Ken Allen, who owns several. I can actually email these to you as well. We have alumni who will be more than glad to talk about the success and what they've enjoyed about the program. Here we go. Ken was able, I'm gonna tell you a story. Ken owned 2 child care centers, and the names of the centers escape me right now, but I'll include those in there. And they're based out of the greater Northeast. And he wanted to acquire another building and set up a play space that was outdoors, that they could do outdoor education, maybe a small amphitheater to educate the children. They could be able to learn about the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So what he did is he took his original 5-year growth plan and then used it to open the new center. But there was a few things. There was a brownfield that he wanted to acquire. So he went on the alumni portal and was able to find a landscape architect that was an alumni with the program. He was able to find real estate representatives that were alumni for the program. And he was able to, procure the services of an architect that was alumni through the program. And I know this is not a business term. And if someone can come up with it, I'd appreciate it. But when you're in the program, the expectation is with alumni, you get the hookup. I don't know how else to describe that, but because you're alumni take care of alumni. So he was able to procure their services at a reduced rate, get free advice sometimes to be able to build his new center. And what I'll do is I'll get your contact information and I'll send you the information about other alumni that are in your phylum of business that have done well because of the program. I hope I answered your question.
You did.
Thank you. Who else out there? Who's got a question?
If we could talk about the application process.
Oh yes, please.
So the application is not just an application. It really is almost like an essay. You're competing with a ton of other entrepreneurs who are wanting to be in a cohort, but a cohort is limited to a certain number.
Yes.
You have to make a compelling argument for why you should be accepted into this program. And the compelling argument helps Goldman to determine how serious you are to committing time to this initiative. Because the initiative, although there is no cost to you, the entrepreneur, the value of it is close to about $60,000. So you're going to get content in a 12 or 13 week period that has a value of about $60,000. And it is the Goldman Sachs Foundation that covers the cost for all of the professionals who you hear, the accommodations. And so it wants to make sure that you are an entrepreneur who will commit to the time and that you demonstrate more than some of the others that this is the right step for you and that Goldman made the right decision in selecting you for this program. It is very competitive. So I don't want you to look at the application as if just fill in the blanks and hit submit and that's it. No, we want you to take time and really, really consider how you're answering to make a compelling argument as to why you need this program, what your business has already done, and what you think Goldman can bring to help you. Just like Goldman takes businesses that are already successful.
Yeah.
And that's a big challenge. Businesses that are already successful and they've hit a ceiling and they can't figure out why the business can't grow beyond a certain level. They've tried everything, they've talked to everybody, and they still can't seem to get the revenue past a certain point. Those are the businesses that Goldman wants to help. They help you figure out how to take your business really to the next several levels. That's what they do. They get in your head and provide you with concepts that you have not considered before. This program is like no other program I have ever seen. So this is not, I went to a conference last year, and this is the other thing. You get one shot at this apple, one bite at this apple. And so if you have not had a business where you have already scaled the company and been operational for several years, you want to make sure this is the right time for you, because there will be concepts that you have to already understand in order to be successful in this. So there is a thing called applying too early.
Yeah.
So if you don't have context for some of the concepts, it will go right over your head and you don't get the chance to come back. So I deal with businesses all the time, and they applied and got accepted too early. Because then 3 years later, they are facing circumstances that had they waited, it would be more, this initiative would be more relevant. So I know I've said a lot there. You get one shot at this apple. So we want to make sure when you apply, you are applying at the right time.
Yep.
If you don't have a lot of operational experience, this may not be the right time, but then we would recommend power up your business. Take power up your business, which can help prepare you for the rigors of Goldman Sachs. If you make it through power up your business, then you will be prepared for Goldman Sachs.
Yep. Yes. Yes. Marla, thank you. Good point. That's a good point. Yeah. You are going to have to look at yourselves holistically when you're applying. That we are looking for a business that's had a little bit of saddle time, that has, forgive an old expression, has the sand, they've learned. It's not a fledgling young business owner could have an incredible level of desire and wish and chutzpah, to be honest with you, that say, hey, I can do it. I can do this. But if they are not ready at that point, they don't. It's like if you were to step into, like, if you're in school and you have to take a language class and you felt you didn't have to take the first, like the beginners or intermediate level of that language class. If you try to step into that higher level, like, class, you're not going to be able to understand everything that you needed to know before you joined that class. And could you fumble your way through it? Perhaps, but it's not worth it because there's other options. Marla said it. I have my sister program, Power Up Your Business, that allows a business that hasn't been in business for this long, as that they feel comfortable for joining the program. They're smaller, but they tend to be ready to. They're trending in the right direction. And many graduates of Power Up Your Business join Goldman Sachs. They become part of the Goldman Sachs 10KSB program. We have lots of success stories with that. But Marla's 100% right. You have to be able to look at yourself. And again, the competition to get in, I get hundreds of applications for this program. All right. Now, some of them right away, they just don't meet the basic requirements. But the ones that do have to tell a compelling story, a narrative. They have to, they want to have to be able to say, all right, I want to join this program. And because of this, I want to expand our business, our growth. But I also want to do it to support the local business ecosystem. I want to be able to have my business develop the community that it exists in. Because, and I can help you through that process. You and I will take a journey together if you want to take this journey. And we can be able to figure out ways to be able to have your application make the most sense. We'll figure out whether this program at this point in time, your business, is a good match for you. But we will commit to shepherding you through the process. So either you're making a good decision now or you'll make one soon. But we will make a good decision regardless, because we're going to help you find your way so you're applying at the right time and you have put your best face forward to be able to get accepted into the program. But Marla's 100% right there. Absolutely.
And I would add, I put into the chat the links to the national website,
Yep,
as well as to the local website. Go onto that national website and take a look at the businesses. So you can see this is not an initiative for a startup business.
No.
It's not an initiative for an emerging business. It's an initiative for an established business. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to have been in business for 10 years, although we have companies that have been in business for 10, 15, 20 years. It doesn't mean that you have to have $5 million in revenue, but revenue can be an indicator of your readiness for a program. And so, Gideon, what's the average revenue size of most of these scholars?
Average, our median is between 800,000 to 1.2 million. We want to offer, because we had a few years ago, the minimum requirement was a lot higher to get into the program. But because of COVID and businesses that came out of COVID, we're still going through it a little bit. A lot of revenues dropped because of that, understandably. So we were able to say, okay, let's lower this down to see, at least to have someone be able to put their foot in the door for the application process, to see if they can do it. And then that parlay takes place between me and the applicant to see if this is a good fit. If an example would be, if you have a business that might have been in business for decades, but your financial document acumen is that your profit and loss statement was 3 lines: the money I made, the money I spent, and this is what I get to keep. That you may not have enough of that institutional business knowledge to be successful in this accelerated program. But there's other programs that can get you to that point. But on average, I have sole proprietorships that make maybe 150 to 200,000. We might have a few of those. Most of them are about 400,000 on the more intimate businesses. But the bold spectrum of most of our applicants is between 800,000 and 1.2 million.
And you're going to school. I mean, you're
Yeah.
going to school on
Yes.
this. You're doing
Yes.
work. There's homework. So Gideon, how many hours are in the cohort, and how many hours outside of it doing homework assignments?
All right, here you go. It's 100 hours of class time, straight up. All right, you're back in school, gang. I mean, you're going back to school. You're going back to school. You're going to community college. You give you a student ID, you're a student again. It's 100 hours in class time, and I know it's an overused trope, but the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. To take advantage of working what we call your growth groups, which is where we take the cohort and we break it down into smaller groups of maybe 4 or 5 different business owners that represent a diverse spectrum of businesses. We tend to have different businesses in the program. So we won't have like 7 or 8 childcare centers. We won't have 7 or 8 IT, based businesses or legal firms or doctors' offices, because we want to have a large diaspora of business. So you can bounce the ideas off each other in their peer-based education program. And then with these growth groups, you're going to have meetings with your growth groups that'll happen after business hours. So look, I hate to put a price tag on it or a dollar amount, but if you really want to benefit from the program, it's another 100 hours on top of that. I mean, it really is. But the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. And the results are empirical. I can show you how businesses have grown because of this. Now, I know we're running short on time. I saw a couple of questions in the chat. I believe, Ken, you wanted to know if this program is only Pennsylvania-based businesses. Was that your question?
Yes, but it was answered in the chat.
Oh, good, good. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're tri-state area. My catchment, for lack of a better word, is I've had business from Lancaster and Harrisburg who took the commute to Philadelphia to take advantage of the program. I go down to southern Delaware, to the Jersey Shore. I get to about Princeton north of here, but when you get above Princeton, you start falling in with the gravity well of the New York program. So yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Marla. You're on top of this. Like I said, Marla knows the program better than I do. That's how familiar she is with it.
One thing I do want to add. So the takeaway out of all of this is the growth plan. And the growth plan is different than, it's not a business plan. It is your
You're right.
strategic document.
Yep.
Based on all of the accumulated information that you're getting through each one of the modules. So each one of the modules grows on the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
And the ultimate deliverable is the growth plan. And I will tell you, I have clients who were in cohort 1, cohort 2, cohort 3, cohort 4, which was 9, 10 years ago. They still use that growth plan for where they are in their business, because the concepts that you will receive are timeless. And so they help you. This is one of the big takeaways that I've always gotten with this program, is that it will help you distinguish between what is a good idea and what is a business opportunity.
Yep.
Because we spend a lot of time thinking about ideas that are expensive and fail.
Yeah.
But this program helps you make that distinction between what's a good idea, but what is a real business opportunity. So with that, it is 10:58.
Oh boy.
I have a hard stop, but I hope this information has been helpful to you. Please make sure that you look at the national website, which gives you the greatest amount of information. And everything you see on that national website is happening right here in Philadelphia, as well as all of the other sites around the country. This program is on the West Coast, it's on the East Coast, it's in the Midwest, it's in the Southern states, it is all over. And even though 10,000 businesses have gone through it, Goldman realized the value that it was bringing. So it is far above the 10,000 businesses at this point, because it is bringing such value. And then once businesses went through the pandemic, Goldman knew it couldn't stop the program then. And so
Thank you.
it
Thank you. I know you have a heart
continues.
out. Clarence, real quick. I'm sorry. We didn't get to you, man. I'm so sorry about that. But that's my contact information over there. Quickly, real quick. You have 30 seconds, not even. You and your business, so we get to know who you are, please.
Hi, I'm Clarence Mars. I'm the Vice President of Amazing Kids Academy. We're generally located in Philadelphia County, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We have 6 locations,
Out of sight.
and we are in the process of opening up our
Uh-oh.
6th location, which is on our church grounds. And
You're ready to grow, but I think it's a hard out. It's 11, but I'll reach out to you. Keon, I didn't get to you. I'm so sorry, man, but I will reach out to you. Please, I'm worth the wait, okay? I'm
Also-
sorry about that.
Also, remember, we're going to repeat this
yeah,
on
yeah.
October 2nd before the application deadline.
Yeah, there you go. It's
So,
not goodbye. See you
Ms.
soon.
Smith and Mr. Morris, I remember meeting you. I
Hi.
remember meeting you. That's right.
I
So
remember
this is,
you. I'll
that's
never
right.
forget what you said.
that's right. That's right. So if it's not this one, it's Power Up Your Business.
Yep.
And it could be that Clarence does Power Up Your Business. Maybe both of you do Power Up Your Business. And then you decide which one of you does Goldman, because only one person can do Goldman and you only get one bite at the apple.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
one and done. So
What's the connection or link for Power Up Your Business?
I gotta get that. I'm sorry. Do I have time to do that, Marla?
No.
I know you got to split. I'll email it to you. Lisa, I
Sounds
got
good.
your contact. I'll email it to you.
Sounds
I'll take it
perfect.
too, Gideon.
Okay. Of course. I'll email both of them. I'll get
Thank you.
everybody. I promise. Okay.
Awesome.
great.
Have a great one, guys.
Thank you,
so much.
everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
God bless you, Marla. Thank you so much. Be healthy and safe, everybody. Take care.
Take care.